What is going on, guys? So today I'm going to be basically talking about my plan about buying the McLaren 570S Spider 2018 model. Here's a picture of the car. I'm hoping to get this. I have about another week left until I can, due to the fact that I am going from Greece to Germany now, and then I don't return until late Sunday night, so I'll take care of that Monday morning. So hopefully it's still available, but obviously I have other options as well. But yeah, so that's the car, and I'm just going to be going over how I don't pay sales tax, how I won't lose any money on it, and how it won't cost me a dime. So we're going to get down to this. I did the exact same thing for the BMW i8. So it was the same exact procedure. The only difference is that was for a different. This car is basically twice as expensive. It's that simple, right? Because I want to slowly work my way up. I say that relatively because I want to go from this. Then after this one, maybe get a 488 Pista or 488 Spider. And then my end goal, honestly, is the SF90 Stradale Ferrari, which costs like 600,000 euros. So I've still got ways to go. But yeah, so basically here's the breakdown of it. And again, this isn't all me. My accountant / tax people take care of a lot of this as well. Really good friends of mine, so they've been helping me out. Shout out to you, Eddie. But yeah, so here's basically the breakdown of it. So you guys know everything can be a write-off, and there is a loophole for everything, right? So the first thing is, let's take this car for example. They want $185,000. Am I going to pay that? Obviously not, right? If I come in and I negotiate decently well. People are always thrown off by my age, which is funny, and I take advantage of that. But yeah, so my end goal is to get this to as close as 150,000 as I possibly can. I know I'm not gonna get close, but I do estimate I can get between 165 and 175 at the highest. Otherwise I will not take it. So the car cost me 175. Currently in Texas, right, the sales tax on a car like that is 6.25%. Now I do not pay that sales tax due to my company up in Montana. So I got out of that because that's a 0% sales tax because it's under my company name. Now the company will go into later, but again, you can just use a paper company. It costs you $550 to set up, and then you just need a P.O. box up there, right? Which is like, what, 30, 40 bucks a month. So that's it. That's all taken care of. Now, okay, the car 175, purely flat rate, right? Now you're wondering, okay, but how is it not going to cost you any money? I'm going to get out my handy dandy little calculator on my phone here. Even though my teacher said, oh, I need to know how to do this in my head. I don't. I really don't. So 175,000. I'm financing it for 72 months. Yes, 72 months. Yep. At a 2.99% interest rates. That's what I qualify for with the Credit Union of Texas. Now, here's the thing. If you divide this by 7... I really hope that wasn't a voice crack. If you divide this by 72 months, the monthly total is $2,430. And then obviously you take the interest into account. But we're not going to, because we don't pay that, right? So here's the thing. The car is 175. The fair value on it is around 200,000. So they've already lowered it quite well. It's a great deal already, but we always want better. So theoretically, $2,431. Now, with the credit union, the thing that they do for me, and I don't know if they do this for everyone, I'm not 100% sure, it's just maybe because of my good credit or whatever, right? The first 3 months, you have no payment. So I didn't even have to make a payment on the i8, right? Like, I literally had that thing for 3 months, sold it for $6,000 more than what I bought it for, and I was done with it. Then I came here. So this car, for the first 3 months, has no payments. So which means I will drive it all of July, August, all of September. Now I will be literally driving this car or shipping it. I haven't decided yet. Probably driving though, 90% driving, from Texas up to Utah around September time once I come back from my travels. So that's 3 months: July, August, September. Now Utah, you can only drive a McLaren up until end of October, which means I then have July, August, September, October, right? So that's 4 months. And you're wondering, yeah, but you only don't have to pay for 3 months. That is correct. However, at that point, I plan on coming back down to Texas in November, so that it's 5 months, and then I can drive it all of November and all of December, which is then 6 months. Now, the thing is, the reason I don't want it above 6 months is because I want to keep it free. Another thing is that the car market right now is extremely overvalued. Like, I am saying extremely overvalued, and it will tank soon. However, like, it's the same with the housing, and that's going to tank June 30th. I'll make a video on why and how I know that date. But because I'm saying January, and it's due to the fact that Germany is going to be shipping a couple, I believe it's around 200,000 cars over to the United States. Right now, the reason the car market is so high is because supply is low, demand is still what it usually is, if not a little higher. So, what happens when you get 200,000 more cars? Guess what? It equals out. Where the supply now is higher than the demand. And what happens then? The value decreases. So, in January, I need to sell my car because not a lot of people know when the next shipment is, because not a lot of people do research. They don't. People are lazy. Take advantage of it. You're not, by watching this video alone. So, from that point on, you then, or you, it's like you guys are buying the McLaren, I then will sell it around the December time. Right now, I have different cars, so it's not going to be like, oh, I don't have a car to drive anymore. No, I have a fucking Range, I have an Audi, I'm chilling, right? It's not going to be a McLaren, but I'll be fine. Wow, that sounded super douchey. I apologize for that. But, yeah, so that's basically the plan. So that, for 5.5, 6 months, the car will be driven. Now, Credit Union of Texas, the first 3 months, I don't have a single interest payment or payment at all. Second 3 months, after the first 3 months, I don't have an interest payment. So the first 3 months, I pay no interest, right? This is why I'm financing it. Because with $200,000, $175,000, if I invest that, every single thing I invest in makes me at least 10% minimum on a month, every month. So, 175,000 times 10%, that's 17,500 obviously. And if I were to do that times 6 months, I would be losing out on $105,000. So, if you take that, like, there's a reason. But yeah, so basically, I will just have to be paying the $2,430.55 for 3 months, which means the total car will cost me $7,291.65. If you divide this by 6 months, that is a $1,200 car. However, obviously when I sell it, I want to sell it for the same price or higher than what I bought it at. Now, since December time, what I'm banking on as well, and this is why I think I can get higher for it, is because at that point the demand's still going to be high, but the supply is going to be even lower, and people don't know when the new one's coming in. But we do, because we self-educate. So, I'm banking on that. Now that's only for me to get profit, to break even, it doesn't matter. But basically, the point is, then at that point, I don't pay any interest, right? That's why I'm financing it, because otherwise interest, it's bad, and car is bad debt. At that point, save up the money. However, at that point then, it's like, okay, great. So I pay, let's say I pay $175 for it, it's currently valued at $200. So I have a $25,000 room of wiggle room to budget. Now in current market conditions, it'll grow even higher, because this car, I remember back when I was looking at it 2 years ago, it was, you could get, it wasn't the 2018, it was 2016, but you could get that for like $150. You could get the coupe for $120. Now the coupe is $150, $160, and the Spider you're looking at $190, $200. So if it continues that, around December time it'll be 210, 215, which gives me another 10 to 15,000. So if I want to then take it in and be like, hey, here you go, I drove a couple miles on it, they're like, okay, 215, it's worth, we'll give you 185. So I just made $10,000. I think that's a pretty fair enough deal. But even if it doesn't continue to rise by the 10, 15,000, I'll be like, okay, yeah, we'll give you 170. I'll be like 175. I'll be like, we'll give you 180. I'll be like, okay, done. You know, they'll give you like 175. Right? The point is, the end goal is to sell it for what I bought it for, so that way I drive it for free for 6 months. Now you're probably wondering, yeah, but like, what about all the extra costs? What about insurance? This, and that, right? Obviously, you're gonna have to take into account gas. Now, if you truly want to drive for free, you're gonna have to write everything down. The i8, that was pure free plus profit. This, I can write everything down, and then at the end of the day, when I sell it, let's say, okay, I spent an extra $2,200 on gas, so 177.2. Okay, insurance cost me $300 a month times 6 months, $1,800. Okay, great. So now I'm at 178, 179. Okay, great. So I have to sell this car for at least 179. If you do that math and you just try to get as close to that price as possible, you'll be fine, right? So that's basically the game plan of how you're going to do it. Now, another thing I can do as well, if I'm in the mood for it, I truly haven't decided yet. This car, I looked it up on Turo, rents for around $2,450 every single day. Now, Turo obviously takes some percentage, so let's say I just rent it out for $2,000 because I want to beat the competition. I take home 80% of that. That means I make $1,600 per day with a 50-mile max on it. If they rent it for 3 days, that means I just made 1,600 times 3. They get 100 miles on it per day. So that's 300 miles. I just made $4,800. And that's not bad at all. I'll have around for the 6 months, I'll probably be driving 10,000 miles on it. But I have a 20,000 mile wiggle room because the car only has 4,000 miles on it. And similar cars for that price sell with around 24 to 33,000 miles. Which means I have a 20 to 29,000 mile range. So I can easily rent it out for 100 miles a day for 3 days for 4,800. Let's say I do that once every month times 6. That means I will bring in $28,800. And then it's like, okay, great. Now I have even more wiggle room because I need to sell this for 179. Let's say they only give me 170 for it. Guess what? Okay, 28,800 minus 9,000 equals 19,800. Let's say you spend 1,000 on cleaning for a car because you don't want to do it yourself. I'm still looking at $18,800 profit. So that's a breakdown of it. I haven't decided about the Toro. I probably will do it. I'm completely happy with that because I believe I'm also getting the new 530E 2021 model. So that way I have a secondary daily in a sense. And it's a hybrid, so I'm very pleased with that. It's a great car, and I get it for almost nothing. Like, I'm serious. I think I pay like $240 a month for that car. It's amazing. But yeah, that's basically it. That's a breakdown of this video. Here is the chart. And that's basically the setup plan. If you have any questions on how to do a certain thing about like the tax or the insurance or anything like that, drop it in the comments below. I'll respond to it. I'll respond pretty quick, I think. Sorry, I'm gonna make a lot of videos. But yeah, besides that, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys want some free shit, click the links down below. It helps me out as well. If you don't want to help me out, you can just type the stuff into Google. It'll take you there anyways without my link. So yeah, feel free to get some free stuff. And besides that, I really hope you guys enjoyed it. Don't forget to like, comment, sub. Follow me on Insta, add me on Snap, whatever you guys feel like doing. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video, and peace out.